Hello out there, David Duford here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I believe we are now officially live on YouTube. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Today, I'm doing a live interview with Medicare agent, trainer, and personal producer, Luis Moreno. Say hello today, Maurice.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Thanks for coming on. So our topic for today, I got my audio on.
Okay.
My topic for today is how to sell Medicare Advantage, or better yet, why final expense agents in particular should consider selling Medicare Advantage. And really, I guess the way we could start about it, Luis, if you want to introduce yourself and kind of what you do, and then we'll start going into some questions.
Yeah, no problem, man. So I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I've been doing Medicare since 2001. I got licensed in 99 and started off as a captive agent with the Mutual of Omaha doing med subs. And that worked out great for a good while. And then I've been doing Medicare since then. And I do a good mixture of MA and med sub, but primarily Medicare Advantage. And my clientele tend to go that route. So I've been at it for a while. And now I'm at a point where I'm still producing, but I'm getting a little more enjoyment out of helping other agents produce.
Great. Yeah.
Make where we're at now.
Make that next leap to duplicating what you've learned to be very successful. So one of the big pushes I'm doing in my agency, and the reason I'm having you on here, Luis, is that I think for some agents out there, they need to think more beyond just final expense. I wouldn't say out the gate right away, but if you've had experience, you've sold some final expense, I think it's a really good opportunity to start looking into the Medicare Advantage world. And Luis, maybe you could tell us why it's a great opportunity for final expense agents.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is. Number one, I look at it two ways. I'm not a big FE guy, but I do write some FE. And I love the upfront money on final expense. Problem is that after you make that initial amount of change, then after that, it's pretty much game over. I mean, you're going to get a small amount afterwards, but it's nothing significant. So I use FE as some upfront. Now, a lot of agents that are out there that are strong FE guys, one of the things that I'm noticing from them is the game never ends. In other words, they have to, if they don't work next month, they're not going to draw a paycheck other than that small renewal from their past business. And so these guys can never relax. It is a constant hustle. So now that we've brought Medicare Advantage into the picture, these guys don't have to do anything different. They can continue with their same lead sources. They don't have to invest in anything else other than working what they're doing right now. They can continue with the same leads. They can work their existing book. And all they're going to be doing now is offering Medicare Advantage to those customers. And what we're seeing with the agents that we've trained, and we've got some great success stories, but what we're seeing is it's elevating the status of that final expense agent now that he's able to come into the picture and talk to them about their health care, which is something that seniors want to talk about. They want to make sure that they're getting everything that's entitled to them. And that is just a topic that they want to talk about. So it is a heck of a lot easier for what I'm seeing to walk in the door and say, hey, I want to talk to you about Medicare, and then bring in the final expense. And it's working for our agents right now. And
yeah, so many different ways we could go kind of cover here, Luis. You mentioned a lot of things, man, like really important concepts. And again, the key thing I want to think and keep in mind here is that we're talking about agents already successfully selling final expense.
Right.
First of all, the hamster wheel effect. You know, I used to hear this all the time from Christopher Westfall, who does Medicare supplements, and there is an element of truth to it. There is a grind in any kind of life insurance-based model to where if you're not saving money up, the moment you take some time off or want to take your foot off the gas pedal, your income drops substantially. And that's just the nature of how the business is. The beautiful thing about this, just like you said, is that, and the reason we're targeting final expense agents specifically for this type of strategy is because we're literally talking to the same people we've always talked to. It's the same group of people. Final expense agents know how they think, they know how they live, They know all of their they get that marketplace. And so it makes the transition that's otherwise hard to cross-sell and do different products tremendously, I want to say easier, but simpler. So it's great. And then the last thing I was going to say, final expense agents, the nice thing about them is they know how to sell. Okay. Medicare Advantage. I mean, it's
they're not even selling it.
Yeah.
It's not a sellable product.
Yeah. You're not even taking their money. Whereas with life insurance, if you think about it, we're asking these people who are world-class procrastinators to buy an insurance policy and never get any benefit immediately from it. There's no immediate gratification. Sure, there's benefit and it's there for your family, but they got to die to get it, I guess you could say. But with Medicare, everybody uses Medicare, at least the market that we target. They understand concerns about co-pays, deductibles, quality of care. And so and they change every single year, right? So it's a much more dynamic product, but it allows you to get that many more appointments and talk, especially when you target your existing clients. So I was hoping you could kind of expand on that, Luis. What are you seeing as far as success goes? I've talked to some agents who they start off working their existing book of business. Some of them do our flagship direct mail or Facebook lead program. Can you kind of detail what you've seen as being kind of the best practice of getting Medicare Advantage business?
I can. Well, I'm in addition to what you were saying right now about how FE agents already know how to sell. These guys are already in these customers or these potential prospects' homes. And this group of people that we're setting Medicare Advantage, they're not over the telephone type of people. They're not email kind of people, or let me send you the app and let's do everything electronically. No. Yeah, you'll find 1 out of 10, but most of these people want to sit face to face. And this is where it is, I guess it's the bread and butter, or it's the gravy of these FE guys. They are sitting face to face with these customers. So you're already in a natural environment. So that's a big plus. Okay. Now, as far as what you mentioned right now, success stories. So usually when I go and I talk to agents, I like to talk to them about the money. Show me the money. Okay, what kind of money? And then we can talk about some of the agents that are really doing well. What we are putting to agents out there, and I used to think that if an agent wrote 200 policies, that guy was a superstar.
And that's what you and I talked last year. It's a conservative number. Just 200 could be pretty dramatic in 5 years.
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, that number is out the door now. I mean, now we're looking at 400 to 500 in a year. Our average agent that we train, as long as they maintain their same FE work ethic, not the Medicare work ethic, the FE work ethic. Right. I'll tell you what, Medicare agents are lazy, man. I'll tell you, man, I'm a good example. You come out of your hole during AEP, you sell a ton, and then you go back into the hole. Okay?
Right.
All right. That's a typical Medicare guy. They maintain their book and they do they do whatever they're going to do after that. I have a P&C agency. So yeah, I got on my hole. I do a ton of work. I get back in the hole and I recycle back to P&C. But as long as these guys maintain their same FE work ethic, they can writing 40 policies in 1 month. That's 10 a week, 2 a day is extremely doable. We've got a guy, the number one guy with Humana, doing between 60 to 80 a month. Now, this is not during AEP. They're going to think, oh, it's because it was AEP. No. He did over 200 during AEP. Okay. This is monthly during lock-in. And it's just a matter of getting in front of the right people. So it's doable.
Quickly explain, just for those who are newer to Medicare Advantage, you've talked in some insurance lingo, AEP, off-season. Can you give us a quick explanation of the differences and why the amount of business this guy is writing is hugely substantial?
I can. Okay. Yes. I get into I think everybody knows Medicare. So AEP is a time of the year. It's the last quarter of the year. And it's from October 15th to December the 7th, where everybody can enroll or make a change on their Medicare. I'm talking about Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plans. So you can make changes to your plan during the year. And also this is the time where they turn on the TV, it's Medicare advertisements all day long. Now, when December 7th hits, it shuts down. Now, the first quarter of the year, which is exciting for agents who are considering coming in, and these guys thinking, well, man, I missed the boat. I'm going to work on my certifications in the summer and then try to, hop on that boat when it takes off again. No. That's just one part of the entire selling season. Okay. Right. We now have what's called OEP, and we're in the second season of OEP. So AEP is annual enrollment, and then the OEP is the open enrollment period. And what this period is, it allows Medicare beneficiaries to make one more change. Now, they cannot enroll if they're not in, but they can do a lateral change.
Right.
They can go from one plan to another, or they can downgrade. They can go from a Medicare Advantage to a prescription drug plan. And the only time we see that happening is when they're deciding to get into a Medicare supplement.
Right.
So that Med Sup may be fully underwritten. You wait for that to get issued. It gets issued. Then you write that PDP, which is a prescription drug plan, to make a package.
Right.
So that period started January 1, and it ends at the end of March. So it's a 3-month period. Now you're thinking, well, I won't get certified in time. Now what am I going to do? No, the game is not over. So first quarter out the door. This leaves second quarter. This leaves third quarter. So during that time frame, there are 4 ways to sell during that time period. Number one is pretty obvious. Somebody's turning 65. Okay. In some areas of the country, you may have what's called a chronic plan. And that is where a Medicare beneficiary has a specific condition. In my area, it's diabetes. Okay. They're diabetics. They may qualify for a chronic plan. And then you have the Medis. We call these are people that have Medicare and Medicaid, low-income people, final expense prospects. Most of these guys are marketing sales guys. Okay, so you have the Medis. You can write those all year long, and then there's one more that's a little bit elusive. Okay, you got to do a little bit of research, and we teach our agents how to do this, and it's very, very simple. But if a prospect makes a little bit too much money for Medicaid, they can qualify for a federal program called LIS, Low Income Subsidy, which gives them help with their prescription drug plans. That right there allows you to write business.
Yep.
But there's not a card that they have. There's not anything on their current carrier card that identifies them that they have this. So you've got to do a little bit of research to make sure that they've got it. And it's literally as easy as making a phone call, 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll find out.
Hey there, thanks for watching my video. And if you want to sell Medicare, then here's what you need to do. I can help you with that. We have an entire sales and marketing program designed for new agents or experienced agents that want to up their game when it comes to selling Medicare Advantage. If you'd like to learn more about how our program works and how we have agents that are writing 15 to 20 Medicare Advantage plans a month directly using Medicare leads, or if you want to learn how to cross-sell Medicare Advantage to your final expense leads so you can develop a passive income stream, here's what you need to do. Go to davidduford.com, click the Join Dave's Agency button at the top of the menu, and then you'll be able to see where you get more information on the Medicare Advantage program so you can learn more how it works and what the process is in getting started. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.